Well, hope you guys had a nice week. And about this one, we shall start it the best way we can by uh, imagining ourselves as little guys in this little world, as as nerds do. But
Just a little.
yes, let's begin this, shall we? So to start, what about the last session we had? Who will be the blessed one who will tell us all about it?
Whose turn it is? Mine? Or
I took last week.
okay. So I think it's mine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So last session, our heroes, TM, um, got got in contact with the Corch, who was at the time still under the command of the old man. So the moment they got there, trying to depetrify the wizard because he got petrified by a Medusa.
Never forget.
Right. No, it was the
No, it was-
cleric, not the
Yeah,
wizard.
it was
I
me.
was
Yeah.
petrified. I was okay.
It was me, the fish boy.
Yep, it was Caspian.
The other
Sorry,
elf.
sorry.
The fish
Other-
It's always. They all just look the same. It's fine.
It wasn't normal elf, it was goldfish elf.
Goldfish.
So, they managed to get to the Corch with actually a treasure trove of information and gold, thanks to the casket that a part of the group retrieved at the docks by stealing it, and the information that the other part retrieved at the guard post near the gates, and the old man wasn't exactly cooperative and actually wanted to turn them in because he had to cover his rear end, because apparently, like, setting fire to a bank was, yes, a thing that transferred culpability to the huge holy little neck guy, and but actually got a lot more heat on the Corch because, of course, like, if there's vandalism, AO terrorism, the first thing you have to think about is the local thieves guild. If you are like someone in command in the city, which is, I mean, if I was the city guard and a building caught fire, was they didn't pay protection. Maybe it's just because I'm Italian, I don't know. So anyway,
Yeah,
The
it's
problem
a fair assumption.
is- yes. The problem is that instead of helping us, he wanted to actually turn us to the guard. Like, Caspian and Taro managed to kind of solve the situation using oratory and some very logical arguments. And here enter Evil Bard, who apparently is a high-ranking member of the Corch, that says, no, actually these guys, A, they work for me, and B, they are actually right. Because it's not their fault, it's yours. Because you cannot run a thieves guild If you were able to do your job, you wouldn't be in this situation, which is perfect thief skilled reasoning. So he actually kinda enacted a hostile takeover by kicking him in the arena where we were. And after like a couple rounds of combat, we decided to spare his life, to which he was oddly grateful. Like, wait, I was actually trying to like have you arrested and you saved me, and we were like, yes, because we're awesome like that. And he was okay. I owe you one. So we got a ship. We set sail for Turvin in search of other clues, and we fought a storm elemental on the way. We managed to bring it down with insults, no less. He got literally insulted to death. And now our heroes, TM, are entering in the glorious cities of Turvin in search of clues about where this fabled book is, and profit. Mostly profit. And so, here we are. Roll credits.
Excellent. Okay, so this group is currently on a manhunt for the individual who stole the book. You are being a quotation mark hired by two great powers that you know that can affect the political landscape of this world. You have contact both the powerful court, the association of bandits, thieves, and many other underbelly types of individuals, and by a high-ranking magicrat from another kingdom of seas, but who is supposedly the creator and the wielder of the spellbook. You have gathered enough leads that made you believe that the thief will be somewhere in Turvin. The last city you found him in, it was pretty clear that he was there because of the amount of firepower that the artifact granted him. So if something in that scale, in that magnitude were to happen in Turvin, you would be already at post to intervene and to eventually reach your goal and claim your reward. But not before you actually have the entrance to the city proper. The last time we met, we left off as you were approaching the bay of Turvin, and as I mentioned, there is a lighthouse in a small island in the middle of the sea. This lighthouse is in the shape of an enormous statue of a humanoid figure holding two steel chains, one on each hand, and stretching as far as your eyes can see, possibly being held somewhere in each side of the coast, as a way to impede just any ship that the guards or the navy of Turvin decide that are not allowed entrance in their territory. with that being said, the chains are currently raised, so it's not possible for your ship to sail into the bay and eventually reach the city unless you pay a toll, because this is both it is at the same time a lighthouse because it's illuminating the seas at night. It is a marvelous statue that, despite the context, it fills your eyes with beauty and marvelous engineering, and it's the same time a toll collecting post. A very different and maybe weird one, but that's how things are. So, with that in mind, if I remember correctly, it was Taru who discovered that the Corge had left
Yeah.
the
The toll fare.
yeah, the toll fare beforehand. So,
Yep.
as you are approaching, what do you do now?
Okay. Let's move towards the statue. There should be like a dock to which we can dock to pay the toll. I'll
Yeah.
go get I'll go get the casket with the gold bars.
Perfect. Okay. That you do. It's with the help of the crew. It's easy to let your ship in the docks, and you may leave your ship to go towards the toll collection post.
Mhm. Yes. The moment we dock, I'll scan. I'll see if there's someone there to welcome us.
You can see that this small island is only inhabited by Navy, let's say Navy SEALs from the medieval era, but
The Marine from One Piece.
yeah, the Marine
So
from
much
One Piece,
camouflage.
excellent. They are all soldiers from loyal to the city of Third. There is no need for any regular folk to be inhabiting this island. Since it's so small, it only serves this purpose.
Okay. Well, let's hail them. Like, oh, the island!
Would I know where the toll booth, like where we should go to pay?
Yes, it's very clear. There's a way. The harbors leads towards a office type of looking building. So it's very clear that there's not much places to go other than this one.
Okay, I'll park the boat closest to that office then,
Excellent.
so we can just go in and out real quick.
Okay, so far you're going as is expected by the law, correct?
Mhm.
You can see that there is a higher ranking type of military man. He is not wearing. He actually is wearing armor, chainmail. It's not like a full plate suit of armor, but he is wearing heavy protection, one that you would not expect from someone fighting on ships because of obvious reasons. Heavy metal armor it's easier to make you lose balance and even sink if you go out of board. But nonetheless, he is wearing he is the most well protected individual that you have saw so far in this island, and judging by the amount of decorations, you think he is a very high-ranking member of the military of Turvin. He has a stern look, and he, without any other greetings or no sort of softness in his voice, he crudely asks you, "What are your purposes in the city of Turvin?"
Commerce, good sir.
From where?
We hail from Uswan.
I see. What type of goods do you bring to trade in the city?
General goods, sir. Beads, bobs, objects of art, spices, food, and construction materials.
I see. Okay. Do you know, you're the captain, right?
Yes, sir.
Where do you hail from?
Taro hails from Island of Mist.
I see. And your crew, do you know personally each and every member of your crew?
Mostly.
That's a lot of questions. Does this really matter? We have the money for entrance into your city. What's with the interrogation? And I ask.
I'll treat your lack of respect as childish curiosity.
I
Lest I shall have your entire ship and your backgrounds more thoroughly inspected than just asking you. But these are tumultuous times. Every bit of care is needed. We don't want the tumultuous type to enter our city.
Oh no, sir.
If you want my information, you can ask the Navigators Guild. They should have it on file somewhere.
Yes.
If you want to take the direct channel, we can. But we have the money. I don't feel like we need to give you exact details of who each and every one of us are.
In
I
fact,
feel like this is unnecessary.
in fact, I do need to know each and every single one of you, especially the ones that present these chaotic and unlawful behaviors, such as yourself. Is there
I can
something
ask.
you dislike about the laws and the way we treat things here?
Let me ask you this. If you're going to ask us about who each and every one of us are, I think it's only fair we ask who you are. What authority do you have here, sir? If I may ask.
In this island, I have full authority.
Yes. But who are you? What's your
No, no.
rank? What authority do you serve? You know, important questions like that. Who are we giving our information to? We don't know, in fact, if you actually serve the Port Harbor or the city of Turbin. You could just be a random nobody. We don't know.
Bian!
I'm just doing my due diligence. There's no need to give our information to some individual who we don't know. So it's only fair. Maybe you show us some authorization, badge, documentation,
Navigator
before we give any more
Caspian,
information.
who is captain here?
Yes, Captain.
Be quiet!
Fine. Fine, I'll be quiet.
That is order!
I'm sorry, Captain. I didn't mean to step out of line. I just felt it was imperative for us to maybe see who we're giving our information to.
Did I just not say be quiet? So be quiet.
Yes, you did, Captain.
Brad, please forgive my navigator's intemperance. He tends to speak more than he should. I can assure you we are just humble merchants wanting to off-road our holds, make a profit, and then leave your fair city. Captain Taro understands that something must have happened in your fair city, but he was not informed beforehand that the security level was heightened. We have here, and I opened the box. Atoll for passage, and we do not wish to cause undue trouble.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. Okay. I should have. Do I have? Yeah. I'm using Kenku Recall to
Okay.
give myself.
You are full resources right now because you had a long rest after the
Yeah.
last fight.
Come on. Roll persuasion. Roll it. Okay. Okay. An 8 and a 10.
Impressive.
Great.
Very persuasive.
Very persuasive.
You could have that D10 from
Yeah, I think
the recap.
I think I will.
Ooh,
17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me roll a d20 here just to see. Okay. That's a bad roll. Your navigators. Unlawful behavior is starting to annoy me a little, Captain. It is said that once is curiosity, twice might be a conspiracy. And thrice
Oh.
might be.
No. I can assure you, sir. He's just like that. He means well. But he is how do you guys say? a contrarian by nature. He questions everything. But he's a bloody good navigator, and this is why Captain Faro keeps him.
I see. But to answer his question, since I believe that justice should be transparent, my name is Captain Roderick Hell. I have been leading this segment for about 6 months. And about my authority, every single one of these men and women in this island are aware of my authority, and they will follow my orders without question. And about who I represent, you don't need my name or my rank to know that I represent the king and the crown. That it's the only thing that matters.
But of course,
But continuing on, we are looking for any individuals that might be considered, as I said dozens of times right now, at this point, unlawful, rebellious.
but
David?
yes,
Oh, I'm losing everyone's signal right now.
Read you. Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you clearly,
okay.
Michael, but the
Okay.
others are
check.
okay.
Check.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's normalized.
Okay, no.
That was weird.
Yeah, Discord had a stroke.
Yeah. Usually it only happens to me. You look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, no, Jonas is still.
It's spreading.
Yeah. You're in the matrix.
It's
now.
going everywhere.
Try disconnecting and reconnecting.
yeah, that
Mhm.
works.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay,
So,
we can hear you now.
It's a little better now.
Yay!
Yay. Okay. What was the last thing that was said? I think you were.
Go. No, me.
Yeah, I think it was you, Taru.
Yeah,
you
I was,
started
I, wa-
saying-
I was asking why is that? Like, what happened in the city to warrant like this heightened level of security? Because as I was, as I said, like we were not informed.
Mhm.
Like when we sailed from Guzwan, like no one told us that Turvin was was under any type of attack.
Because you succeeded on your persuasion, Taru. He answers you saying, it's nothing that the other cities should concern about. It's a problem within that we are perfectly capable of dealing with, but it should require extra care. It's just that there
I see.
has been a bit of a sudden. How can I put it? The king rules for all. He makes decisions that, in the short term, don't look as pleasant,
Oh,
and that could bring some distrustfulness. But he has only the long-term well-being of our city and nation in heart. So it's our duty to keep the common folk at ease. That's why we don't need any more rebellious types entering the city to put more wood to the fire that we're trying to put out.
Yes. Haru understands. Most of the time, the commoners do not have the foresight and only think of their next meal. You are doing a good job here, Captain. And I am sure the king thinks fondly of such dedication and loyalty. That said, may we pass?
I don't want to hinder your work and your trading, Captain. But your navigator is someone that we might have to be careful about. So,
Do not worry, sir. Aro takes full responsibility for all his crew and can promise you that he will keep him on a short leash while we are on furlough and our cargo is unloaded.
even so, we ask you and each one of the members of your crew to wear one of these pendants each. And he opens a box, a chest on his desk, and he shows it to you. It has around 20 or so yellow pendants. They are very simple, not fancy. There's no like jewel on them. They're just a simple collar with the painted in yellow.
Okay. Ankle bracelet.
While you are in the city, that is.
Of course. Alright, everybody take one. Nah, we can find a way later.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I got identify. Once I know what it is, like, we can,
Does this seem like a thing other people are like, are there other ships like in the dock with us, or is it just the military?
You saw a ship leaving when you approached, but right now you're the only one other than the military.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna look at the guy, the captain that I was talking to, and like, I'm not gonna break eye contact him while I put mine on. I'm just gonna stare him down while I put mine on.
Oh, also, Captain, when you're done with your business in the city, if everything goes, if nothing bad happens, you will have a part of your investments given back to you.
oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Are we I pass like the box. Are we free to go now?
Yes,
Thank you.
you may enter the city.
We wouldn't want the pairs to go bad.
Not the pears.
Yes, not the pairs.
Mhm.
Not the
Okay.
pears. They're best
Okay.
sellers.
Once at the moment the chain goes down, we're getting in.
Okay, that's where you're going then?
Yep.
Nice.
Caspian,
Good.
When
Can I,
will
before we leave, can I make a check to see if I can tell which office is specifically his? Like where, like I'm basically trying to see if like whatever information we told them, right, what little bit we did, would I know where they would store it? Like if I can, there's like a check I can make, maybe.
Ah, that's yeah. You wouldn't know for sure, but I'll allow you to
Come
make
on.
an intelligence check to see if you have an educated guess.
Okay, I think that's fair. Hold on, what is happening? Come on. Here we go, and I got a +0 to this. All right, let's go.
You can always roll 20.
Did it roll?
It's not showing for me.
I'm not seeing
It's-
anything.
What the hell?
yeah,
I-
I had to wait like
What the hell? Okay, let me refresh, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, now it rolled 3 times. Okay.
Oh,
But
no,
you-
it's
Okay,
Uh-huh.
just
I
like
rolled a 16.
yeah, your first roll was
First.
16. Yes. Okay. It's as I said, it's hard for you to tell, but you think that this, if he showed you a badge that he is of a captain in the army. So you think it's possible that he is the highest ranking military in this island. So it's probably the where they keep the most important everything in reality, the documents and all else. It's probably somewhere near him. Either it's a door behind him that you notice that there is a you notice a door that so it's possible that it's right behind him where he can keep his eyes at any time.
Okay. Then I will go to Taro for that 1 minute one-on-one.
Wahaha.
Yes, Captain.
are you doing this on purpose?
What do you mean? Listen, do you feel like it's wise to give someone we don't know all our information?
Do you feel like it is wise to antagonize a whole island of armed people?
Listen. I got the assumption that he was going to be a big problem regardless. He was going to find someone, some way to just really... He was going to find a problem because he wanted to find a problem. I gave him one. You got to come in, being the nice, placating captain. It worked out fine. We didn't give him that much information. Besides, it worked out fine. Trust me.
No. Let Taro explain you one thing. What we did
Yes.
was place a right over our head. Because now, Taro has salvaged the situation by being nice. But now, that person who is in charge of deciding who is a potential source of trouble in the city and who is not, has decided
Okay, and
that
how
Caspian.
do you
No. Let Taro finish. Let Taro finish. Taro has not
Yes.
finished. So, probably, these things we have around our neck are magical locator device, and we could have avoided having those on our necks if you weren't antagonistic. Now,
Arrow,
Taro
my
thinks
My
you
friend.
are right that we should not give information to people we do not know. But also, and this is most important, we need to have the leverage necessary to say no. So what you do in a situation like that is smile, say hi, and then stab them in the back later. You do not be antagonistic from the start, because that gets them into alert mode. So it is more difficult to stab them in the back. So be nice.
I see your point. I do see your point. Counterpoint, the way that conversation was going, you don't know. He may have wanted to give us these. The colors may have been a thing regardless. You don't know that. And two, okay, we're working with the Courge, okay? A known thieves guild. Okay? Maybe they don't want their informants and maybe the people that they trust to give out their information illegally, right? That man is new. He's been working the job for maybe 6 months. He clearly is on the lookout for suspicious people. I mean, how do you think he's going to feel when it turns out we don't have any, like, goods that you said we had? I mean, he was going to, clearly he was going to look regardless, because he's looking and striving for something to prove, someone to sacrifice so he can get up in the world. Now, I'm just assuming that, but I feel like I'm right.
You could be. It is possibility. Taro concedes that. But still, very bad attitude.
I'll play it safe from now on, but think of it this way. Out of all the possible ways that could have gone wrong, it's not that bad that he's villainizing me and not the rest of the group. That way, I don't hinder the rest of the group, right? Maybe? I'll play it safe from now on, but just bear it in mind. This isn't the worst thing that could have happened.
You don't know. It feels like someone saying, I could be stabbed, so I will stab myself. Just to be safe. So I am already stabbed. But anyway, what done is done.
You're getting it. See,
Let's
what's done is done.
Let's just talk.
I'm sorry, Tara. I didn't mean to cause it. I was just trying to help.
Well, whatever. Taro has promised that he would have your back because you are his friend. Taro also said that you would do something stupid, and you just did. Taro hates being right sometimes.
Okay, Captain, let's do this.
I feel like I'm being Eurist once again. This is Eurist once again.
Yeah. sounded very similar to him.
It's like Yuri Sendara. Like. Okay. Okay. Let's dock.
Okay. While everything transpired, Raido and John, have you something to say about the situation, about the...
No, I'm just a victim of the situation. And there's nothing I can do.
Chewing on some horse jerky and watching it all unfold.
Yeah. Everything catching flames and we were drinking coffee meanwhile. Saying that
This is fine.
this is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Okie doke. You go back to your ship. You order the crew to pull the anchor up and to sail again for a few more hours. But now you're surrounded by the coast of Turvin on each side and aiming for the port of Turvin. Is there anything else you want to do before reaching the city, or shall we skip it directly to the city?
I'm gonna cast Magic Armor on myself and that's all.
Ooh, okay. Mage armor is noticeable.
It lasts 8 hours anyway.
Okay, but it's, I mean, if you walk the streets, everyone will know that you are under the effect of a spell, so...
Oh, it's that noticeable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can cast it later then. I just... when needed.
Yeah, it's only... It's not forbidden or anything, it's just that people might ask themselves, this guy knows something that I don't. He's prepared for something.
I thought it's gonna be only noticed by Detect Magic or something like that.
No. I don't know if it's explicit on the text of the spell, but the way that I interpreted it, it's noticeable.
Right. Okay.
Anyways, okay, as you approach then, the city of Turvin rises before you on the horizon like a glittering jewel. You can see the domes, rooftops, and even some large towers and spires reflecting the sunlight in a dazzling display. You see lots of activities on the streets. Not only people, but wagons, carts, and all sorts of vehicles being dragging around all sorts of goods, and specifically in the district that you are about to dock, which is known as the Blackwater district, because the quality of the water near the docks is not the most tasty looking, let's put it at that, and because of course it's where the most of the city water commerce and whatnot happens. As you are approaching, then you see a bustling port, even double or maybe even triple the size of the port of Goswan. But this one, at least after what you experienced at the tiny island, this one looks a little more free, let's put it at that. You see less guards, or at least less law enforcement underway than you experienced in the city of Kosovo. Well, you are now in Turvin, the capital, the largest city in the continent and possibly in the known world. Do you have any idea, any clues where to start, or do you prefer me describing the geography of the city to see if you have any ideas?
So there are people around us, right?
Yes.
Would Caspian see any other people with collars on? Like, is that a big thing?
Oh, yes. Specifically in the Blackwater district, all ships that came from outside the city, either from within the kingdom or from outside it, you see lots of workers, which are the most noticeable category of people, let's say, wearing different colored collars with them. The majority of them wear yellow or green pendants, just like yours.
Green.
Yeah, it's an
The
even.
ours are
Yours
all yellow.
all yellow. It's an even split, as you look at it, between yellow and green. But you can make, since you were the one who asked it, Caspian, you can make a perception check for us.
Neat. Perception. I got a good perception. 14.
Okay. Remember when I said that the law enforcement isn't as noticeable? I mean, there's not much in interrogation and guards approaching the ship captains and searching the ships, etc.
Mm-hmm.
You notice one very noticeable. You notice a very noticeable. Your eyes catch an example of law enforcement here in Third. You see that a group of guards approach a worker from one of the many merchant ships, which he is wearing a red collared pendant. The guards approach him and they subdue him swiftly. They immobilize him and they bind his arms and take him someplace else without any exchange of words. They simply look at him, decide how to act in a very rehearsed way, and they subdue him and take him.
I'm gonna lean down to Taro and just go, you may have had a point with the colors.
Oh, you don't say.
But listen, I feel like, look, okay, it was a lead. Alright, I'm sorry.
Never mind. Never mind. We
Okay.
will find a way to circumvent this obstacle.
Are the colors just like painted yellow?
They seem to be made of yellow fabric, yellow painted.
I mean,
Or maybe leather.
who's to say
I
we
think
can't?
it's made of leather. I think it's more.
Leather?
Yeah,
Like yellow leather?
yeah.
Made it a little harder, but
From
I mean,
yellow
who's to
cows.
say we
No, just kidding.
make these green? Yellow cows.
Yeah, they
mean-
are perfectly sized that, let's say, a minor illusion spell could hide them, their true colors, could paint them as a different color.
Could
But I mean, I think it doesn't work because minor illusion doesn't move, right? Or am I misremembering?
Yeah, I think it's static.
What about prestidigitation? Would that maybe work?
Let me reread prestidigitation real quick.
Sorry, I just had an idea, and I was like, maybe this could work. Make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object. You make a color appear on an object, so maybe you could just prestidigitate the color green.
Yeah, that's good do.
Sweet. Well, I have that, so I can do that.
Yeah, if you could like
Up to an hour.
make it green, that would be better.
Okay.
Just, like take some heat off us.
If I am understanding prestidigitation correctly, I could do it on all of us, and it would last up to an hour. So it gives us like an hour of. Yeah, hey, look at that. Well, sweet.
I think
we might
if
want to
you
get
cast-
some more first.
if you cast this spell multiple times, you can have up to 3 of its known instantaneous effects active at a time, and you can dismiss such an effect as an action.
Okay, so because me and Rydell both have it, I'll take, I guess, Taro, you'll take John, and we'll just prestidigitate us and them. I feel like that works.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. Is there somewhere private? There's like bathrooms around here?
No, we could do it on the ship before we disembark.
Yeah.
Backrooms.
Well, I feel like that'll be very noticeable. Maybe get somewhere private publicly, do it there, so then we're just kind of like...
No, I mean like we could do it like, and not like on the bridge, but in the cabin, in the hold. No
Well,
one.
the
will see
The
us
ship's
there.
parked. The ship's parked where the guy was, and he's still good. Like him and the guard are still going to be there. And I'm assuming they saw us get the yellow ones.
No,
that
no,
might not
no.
work.
As far as I know, and like DM, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
Like we passed the island, and we docked at the city.
Yes.
So the guys aren't looking at us now.
Oh, I thought that was the gate. I'm sorry, I misunderstood then.
No, it's the
It's okay.
it's the blue dot
Hmm.
on the map. It's it's like Constantinople before it got conquered by Mehmet II.
Okay.
Remember, like that they had like this chain to on the strait to protect the weakest part
Port chain.
of their walls.
Nice. I was making when I thought of it, I was making a reference to Game of Thrones, but this is a much more nerdy reference. From now on,
But
it's a
the
Constantinople.
Game of Thrones. Actually, the Game of Thrones reference goes to Constantinople, so they're both valid.
Yeah, I bet. There are
This
like
entire thing's
yeah,
referenced in one of the Assassin's Creed games, anyways.
A lot of references. But yeah, I'm aware that Game of Thrones, the books, right, the Song of Ice and Fire books, take lots and tons of inspirations from real world facts and historical facts.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole Lannister start was the War of the Roses.
Oh god, yeah. It's fucking
Anyway.
Anywho's.
Anyways, your crewmates, the 10 or so NPCs that are making the ship function, they are all wearing the same. Let me get you guys on the ship map here, so you can better see your crewmates. They also all received a yellow pennant. What are you going to do anything about it? Tell them to hide or to
I would, I would, I would summon Ashes to me. And I'd call her over. I would just say like, "Hey, Ashes, if you could, you and the crew, if you could just stay on the ship for now, maybe try and stay out of sight, because we were trying to go about town without having the yellow on our collars. Does that make sense?"
Now, about that, what's up with these pirates?
Well, what?
What's up with them? What's the...
The colors?
Why we have to wear them?
I think it's a city thing because we're out of towners. Seems to be an indication of like how trustworthy you're standing with the law. Maybe I don't know. I had an idea when I was looking at the different colors. So when you get demoted to a red, right? Do they just hand you the red color? You put it on, you go about town, and then you get taken?
That you're
Very
asking
confused
the
about
DM, or are you asking the group?
More in character, just like he's like, why? Because this is the thing I had. I was like, do they just hand you a red collar, and then they don't immediately like apprehend you? They let you wear it for a minute, and then they later get you.
Probably.
Well, they might... I don't know, but it might have something to do with what you're doing in the city. Maybe if you do something suspicious and you are already a red, you go down.
I feel like they could have implemented a thing, maybe, where it was like it's color coded, like it changes colors depending on like where you're standing.
Well, why don't you test it out? Do something suspicious and see if it turns red. Just kidding.
See,
Don't
I
do
can
anything stupid.
I can already feel the captain staring at me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and back from this conversation.
No.
I didn't say anything. I'm backing away. I'm being. I'm wrong.
Well, well, do you want us to stay in the ships? That's all.
I mean, I feel like it might be for the best, just for now. Maybe we can find a different solution to help you guys get out of it. Or we can take shifts. Maybe? If you guys want to go into town, we can stay on the ship, maybe?
Yeah.
For now, just stay on the ship. If that makes sense.
The longer it takes for us to be allowed, it will be the harder to keep the men inside. You have to expect them to take their a little leave now and then, but they will come back. They will come back. I trust the loyalty of these men.
Okay. I mean, if you trust him, it's your crew, really.
Well, but you know, we're at your service. We'll stay here until you decide to return. But if you need anything else from us, I know this city like the palm of my hand.
If you could, because I'll be honest, I kind of forgot that you worked for the Courge. And I just was reminded of it. If you could get in contact with the sex in Turban, that might be handy. To let them know we're here. Maybe get what info you can. Anything useful.
Okay.
That might be handy.
No problem.
Sounds good. gonna walk up to Taro, real quick and be like, listen, what's the plan? Do you have a plan?
Okay. First and foremost, we need to get lodgings in a place to let's say avoid attracting more attention from the guards. Second, I think this is something we must discuss as a group, because Taro had thought about it, and something does not add up.
Okay.
So let's get like something where we can talk in
We'll get
private.
lodgings first, and then we can talk as a group about what to do next.
Yep.
Okay. When we dock, I guess I'll try and find like a tavern, like the most private one. I feel like the one, like a tavern where we feel like we won't run into many people. You know what I mean?
Okay. As you dock, then Ashes leaves the ship, telling you that she will make contact with the guild. She goes to a tavern, but it looks like a more crowded place than what you stated your intention. Will you follow Ashes to the crowded tavern, or are you going to look for a more empty one?
I'm gonna go to an empty one.
Oh.
I feel like we shouldn't ash yet.
So the four of you are going together in a more non-conspicuous place. Okay. You find at the edge of the dock a very rundown place, but still open. There are only half a dozen or so customers, and more than half of the tables are empty. It looks like the ale is very cheap, and there are even rooms for you to.
Yeah. Let's get a room from like every one of us.
Okay. It's only a handful of, let's say it's 5 silver pieces for each room, and the ale is, I mean, I think drinks are already like 1 or 2 copper pieces, right? So they couldn't be
Okay.
more cheap than that. So 2 for 1 then, let's say.
Okay. Once like we're all gathered. Okay. So this is what Taro has thought. If you all remember, before we all left, we thought that Big Gaijin had the book, right?
Mhm.
Because he could cast
Uh-huh.
like. Point is, if Big Gaijin has the book, why are we here? We should be following Big Gaijin. That makes Taro think that Big Gaijin does not have the book.
Did he not come here?
He's behind us. We are on a ship. He's traveling by land. Much slower. And he has like an army. An army cannot move as fast as a small group, even on horses. So either Big Gaijin has the book, and now we have time to prepare a trap to get the book, or he doesn't. Someone else has the book, and he's here. But then again, if someone else is here and has the book, why bring it in the same city that he stole it from, who is full of very powerful and very angry wizards, and a city that's on high alert? Probably because one of the mage that also wants the book is using political influence to foment unrest. So the king gets the guards on high alert and unwittingly helps him get said book. Because honestly, that's what Taro would do. That, I don't know. That doesn't add up to Taro.
Okay,
Don't you think?
let me just make a correction, Taro, if you allow me.
Yes.
Remember that you were looking for the content of the ship you shipwrecked in a long time ago, like 5
Yes.
levels ago. So the book wasn't. I don't know if I understand it correctly, but you said the city where the book was stolen was Turvin. Maybe originally, but you don't know that. But the book was stolen. He was on a ship from other kingdom going towards the kingdom of Turvin, and then
Yes.
it was stolen near Galena Forest.
Exactly. Yeah, no. I do remember.
Okay.
But the point that Taro is trying to make is that if you are a thief and you have stolen the book, whoever has it, if it's not the big guy, why come here where the owner of the book is? No?
Maybe there's something useful here? Maybe an object or spell, maybe to unlock more of the book? Maybe... I don't know. There could
That is
be
probable.
many reasons.
No,
Yeah, maybe it's something that we don't know? Okay, well, we don't really know a whole lot about the people that stole it. We know a lot of people that are interested in the book. We just don't know, like, why they specifically stole the book, other than, like, it's a powerful book. There's just a lot that we don't know.
So the first thing that we should do, in Taro's opinion, is make contact with the Koge and see what their eyes on the ground have picked up.
I
Yes.
sent Ashen to go make contact with them,
Good
so she
call.
can tell us what they know, well, a little bit, so that way we're not having to, go in there and around. They know her. I feel like she'll have a lot easier time.
Good idea.
Supposedly. Maybe we should go check out that wizard, maybe. See what he's about. Because we don't really know a lot about him either. Maybe he can give us more insight on the book. Maybe the people that stole it. Maybe. The thing to consider.
We could.
Could stake out where we think the saint's gonna be, where he's gonna end up, like his entrance into the city.
Yup.
Find out what maybe find out if he's trying to make contact with some here, or find something. He talks to the Duchess before, right? So he was
Yes.
talking to, like, the main people. Maybe we could check the king, see what his whole deal is. Because
Yes.
the guy that we talked to was new. He had the position for like 6 months. Maybe he's in with the Saints. Maybe or he's got ties to one of these groups that we've encountered.
Well, it could be
But
interesting to know what the king did to warrant the hostility of the population.
that is true. It's another thing we could check out. Maybe ask around, see what they think of the king.
Okay.
I could ask around the sailors, ask what they feel like about the city, about the king. Maybe
Yes.
surely they have some opinions on that. I mean, this whole
Fred
collar
Rydell-
situation.
Friend Rydell can contact the mages. He's a mage. They would probably
True.
talk to a colleague.
Yeah, you could have an in with them.
Me and Frank Jean could like talk to the small folk.
Right. So
Good,
you only
yes.
contacted mages? Wizards? What?
Yes. There was that one wizard that Taro and John encountered while we were busy pillaging the harbor master. It may be pertinent for us to get in contact with the local wizards. Maybe see what if they know anything about him.
Oh, right.
And you're a wizard,
The
yeah.
froggy wizard,
Yeah, you don't
right?
have- but
Okay.
I feel like you might
can
be,
check.
you might have a good in.
You're a
I
wizard.
can try to
right?
check with them.
If you're a wizard right now, clearly you know all the other wizards. That's clearly how that works.
I make my hair float like Harry Potter, like.
Another thing I wanted to ask, just mention real quick. I know we didn't give a whole lot of information to the guy, to the captain,
Yeah.
but we can't. Arrow gave his name and where he's from, and I gave up that I was a part of the Navigators Guild, and I'm willing to bet he heard me being called Caspian.
Yeah, I can try my
That's-
best.
That's a lot of info. I feel like for
That social interaction with other wizards, but I can try my best to find out what they know about the froggy guy.
Yeah, I mean like this is like a wizard held city, so like 90% they would have like a learning center of an academy of some sort to vet new wizards. No,
Yeah, they got an academy.
you could go like poke your nose there.
Yeah, I can
Like
try.
Caspian can go ask the sailors and the merchantmans on the docks, and me and Shan could go like on downtown and see what the small folk and the rabble have to say about this king.
I'm not the most conventional wizard, but I think they will accept me at least to talk.
I have a question, Ariel.
Yes.
Boyd, Turvin's a big city. It's one of the biggest cities. I've talked about the Navigators Guild a fair bit. Would they have like an office here in Turvin?
Certainly.
Certainly. Okay. Let me tell the rest of the group. I may have an in because I'm a part of the Navigators Guild. I can maybe get an audience, maybe see what they know. That might be helpful. I mean, if anyone's impacted by the hostile welcome, the rigid welcoming of the soldiers and guards, with the collars and all that, it'd be the Navigators Guild. So they might have some opinions, maybe know a little bit more. Or the shot. I can ask after this. I can ask when I ask around. Maybe. Another thing I wanted to mention, just real quick. would we find it advantageous to maybe try and, if not tonight, then tomorrow night, maybe try and go to that captain's office or the harbor master's office, wherever we feel like documentation would be, and maybe trying to scrub it from the records? We don't have to, but I feel like I have to mention it. We didn't give much, so it probably wouldn't hurt us to just leave it. But do we really want that information out here? Do we feel like that would be, it's
That
a loose end.
okay, but we'll have to like plan it like incredibly well because that's like an armed outpost.
Yes.
So I would
Just
leave
something
it
to
like as a last resort.
Okay. Just something to consider,
Okay.
later.
No, makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay. John, is there anything you feel like, any contacts you feel like you can talk to?
Not off the top of my head.
You could try and talk to the guards, like, maybe go to the jailhouse, ask around what they feel like, maybe. You've had experience as a guard.
I could, but he's got an expression of regret on his face as he kind of like gestures down at himself. I don't fit in most places. It takes time for me to earn people's trust, given what I am.
What do you
I
mean by
can
that?
try, but
I mean,
John kind of flashes him a wry look, and it's like, when's the last time you saw a bugbear who wasn't trying to murder his way across the continent?
Listen, I'm a fish elf. Taro's a Corvid person. Rydell's a wizard. You being a bugbear is not that.
It kinda is. It's apples and pears, bud. Those are things that, I have the entire racial reputation to overcome here. It's a bit different. Like I said, I'll still try.
It's a valid point. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to. But I felt
It's not that I don't want. I'm just not optimistic about our chances.
Hey, worst comes to worst. Maybe it doesn't pan out information-wise. That's fine.
Indeed.
I
may have
You could.
better luck
You could.
if I could perhaps find a decent-sized book emporium.
Book emporium?
Try and get some information about things around town from sellers, if I make mention of my adoptive mother.
Yes. Good idea.
I'm not trying. You don't have to tell us if you don't want to, but If I may ask, who is your adoptive mother?
So, Jean's gonna reach into his pack and pull out an old copy of a pulp fiction dime store novel titled Casino Brutale.
Ooh.
Oh god, no.
Oh, yes.
None of us
Interesting.
get a copy of that.
I love the lettering. It's so
I'm
nice.
assuming that you have seen the Jane Burned novels before, or at least heard of them.
Yes.
I may
Yes,
have had a
Taro
cousin.
has.
So the author, Grianne Deming, is the one who took me in and raised me.
Aw.
It's part of where I got my name.
Didn't know
That-
he was traveling with someone famous.
Oh, I'm not famous. I'm not famous. She is. But
That's very useful.
Yes.
I have been known to act as a point of contact between distributors and her before. So I could technically use that connection.
If you feel comfortable doing so, then I think it could work. I wouldn't want you to jeopardize any connections, especially with your mother, maybe. So if that's going to be an issue, I don't want it to be, you know.
Well, it'll depend on whether or not they actually sell her books, but if they do, there's a possibility I can use that to get information. In exchange for perhaps advanced copies or being the first to receive her next book. But we'll see what we can do.
Well, that sounds incredibly useful, John. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
What about the rest of you? What? I mean, we obviously have to find the thief that you're hunting. But
Yes.
what honestly would be our best way to get information about that? I mean, who should we really be talking to? I mean, I'm not a spellcaster, by any means. But given the level of power that this book holds, is it not possible that more powerful practitioners might sense such magic being cast? Perhaps
Possibly.
giving
My
us a direction to head in next?
understanding is we would need like an object of clothing or maybe hair. We would need something of the target to kind of find him. As far as locating the magic goes, my magic's a lot more innate. It comes from me, from my divinity. That's more a question for Rydell.
I mean, I don't know how it works, but I would imagine that whatever source or wellspring you draw power from to cast these spells would perhaps emit some kind of signal for the more powerful, because they would require more power to be cast. Oh?
Hmm.
Perhaps it sends out like a beacon for like the higher difficulty
There is-
spells that
This is
somebody
this is
could
a
sense?
city of wisdom. If we're trying to locate specific magic, just something to consider. This is a city of wizards. It might get muddied with all that other magic. So it's a little it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You know what I mean? But it's just all very different needles.
Never understood that saying. Why would a needle be in a haystack? Wouldn't a better phrase be a match in a pile of matches?
You are not wrong.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Well, all anachronisms are a little weird, though.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Indeed.
Okay. I think for now, maybe we should focus on just getting info from our sources, and then we can come back and make a more thorough plan as to where to go next. Because I don't
Correct.
feel like we're playing with the full deck here.
No,
We haven't got all the
absolutely not.
Absolutely not, no.
We're going mostly blind here.
I know we're all a little worried. We're all a little out of our depth. Hey, pun. I feel like we've got this. If we don't get information from our respective groups, it's not the end of the world. We have kind of an idea of where to go, if nothing else. But even if we don't get much, just a little bit will help that little bit more. Don't be too worried if your specific notion of inquiry does not pan out like you were hoping. Have faith, my friend. We've got this.
That's a fair point.
Yup.
And just to reiterate, so that everybody knows what they're doing, or more so I have an idea of what we're doing. Rydell, you're going to make contact with the wizards, right?
Yes.
Taro, you're going to be asking around, asking about the king, maybe.
Yup. About like what's here.
John, you're going to be asking at the local bookstores for information with the reward of an advanced copy or some other paraphernalia from your mother.
Yes. Maybe some signed copies.
I'll be asking around the sailors and possibly the Navigators Guild. Do we feel like I should just go to the Navigators Guild and just cut out the sailors, maybe?
Probably. I mean, sailors tend to be a rough and tumble bunch, and the navigator is probably going to be more inclined to talk with you.
Okay, then I'll go to the Navigators Guild. I may have better luck there.
Yeah,
Okay,
since you are also a member, it's supposedly to be easier for you.
Huh? What?
So, who wants to go first? Guys?
Who wants to draw blood? You want to roll for it?
Sure.
Let's roll.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like. Just
What are we rolling?
well, like just Go roll a d4.
Yeah,
You get highest.
roll a d20 and see who gets the highest number.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, nope.
Teen. No.
Okay.
3. Okay, I'm last.
17, so it's yours truly. Caspian.
Your favorite fish boy.
Yeah. So, while in the Blackwater district, you start informing yourself about where could be the a place where you can meet your fellow navigators from the guild you are a part of. How much time after the reunion with the group is that you leave and go? Are you going to take a nap perhaps, or wait a few hours before going, or it's all very quickly? You reach the city, you go to the tavern to discuss, and then you leave and go on your merry way. What do you think you're going for?
After we discussing where to go, I think Caspian just goes straight away to go find the navigators, because he's not really been to this city, I don't think, that much. So it'd probably be a little bit of a hassle just to try and find what guild hall. So I think he just goes straight away. He doesn't like rest or anything.
Yeah. So is Taro.
Okay.
No. No reason to waste time.
In that case, let me roll to see if something happens before you reach it. Okay. Caspian. The docks seem normal. You don't see any other red pendants in anyone's necks, and you also don't see the guard of the city doing any sort of arrest or anything other than just being watchful. The workers are the people are carrying big crates and loading and unloading some ships as per usual, until you find the office of the Navigators Guild. Their representation in the city of Turkey. I was looking for the word branch, the branch of the subsidiary of the of the Navigators. As you go in, you are met by a young woman with silky red hair and green eyes. She is very tall, but also very slinky, and you even consider her to be a very beautiful person, if not for the fact that she bears the resemblance of someone touched by the infernal plane, as she bears the blood of a tiefling. But other than that, she is very receptive to you as you present yourself as a member of the Navigators Guild. She welcomes you and puts herself at your disposal if you need any help or anything you need to know about the city. So, what do you ask of her?
Yeah, out of character real quick. What do you guys feel like I should ask?
Well, if like how many ships have come here, if they were getting like suspicious cargo.
I will ask. Uh, Hello, ma'am. What is your name? May I ask? Just real quick.
You can call me Margaret.
Margaret? Pleasure to
Yes,
meet you. Caspian.
it's a pleasure.
Uh, if I may be so bold as to ask, this, I had a run-in with this captain guy. Seems to be a very important, like soldierly kind of guy. The name escaped, as of right now. I was wondering, the collars, how recent of an addition has that been? That has to be hell for the navigators, having to come in and out of the city.
Oh yes, that's very recent. About around 6 months or so. Since the well, you're new to the city, right?
Yeah.
So you should know that there is a sort of an unrest happening right now. There are folks from all around the city trying to gather in secrecy. Sometimes they plan either to attack someone or some place. It's a very chaotic period in the city's history. So some decisions had to be made to make sure that the city would be safe. Well, it's
What kind of?
it brings bad luck to talk about this, you know.
Yes, I know. Uh, Superstitions and all that. I won't bother you too much longer. What do you think? Have you heard of the captain that I referred to?
Well, yes, he's a very competent individual. I heard he's fairly new as a captain, but he's supposedly doing a good work since the the rebellions are fading out as since he took his place.
I've heard he can be kind of an ass. He's very abrasive. It seems like with newcomers, especially.
Well, what exactly do you want to know about him?
Just he seems relatively new. Any maybe controversy surrounding him? Maybe some laws or some maybe got a little too rough with some people. Have you heard anything of the like?
Well, she looks around. That's what I meant. That it brings bad luck to talk about. well,
I understand. While I am here, if you could be so kind, I would like to register a new ship with the Navigators Guild, if that's okay.
Ah, yes, of course.
It is called the Domino's Gambit.
That's a pretty name.
Okay, thank you. Named after someone special to us. I just wanted to go ahead and register them with the guild, and I will be sailing with them. And there's any payment or anything, guild ties I need to do while I'm here. I know it's been a while since I've checked in with the other offices. Want to make sure that's all squared away.
No, you're good to go. But since you're new to
And,
the city, I have some recommendations to make to you.
I'm all ears.
Yes, about ears. They're everywhere. The ears, I mean. So be careful what you ask around.
I understand. And Miss Margaret, it's been a I'm gonna take her hand. I'm just gonna go. It's been a pleasure to speak with you.
I can say the same thing. Be careful out there.
You too, Miss Margaret.
And if you need
And
anything,
I'm going to leave. Oh, yes.
anything in regards to any help with the law, you can trust the guild to help you.
I appreciate that, Miss Margaret. I'll be seeing you. And I will leave.
Okay. Are you satisfied with what Caspian discovered so far?
Yeah, for the moment.
Okay. Who was the next one to go? Raido, I believe.
Yes.
Raido, since I rolled a 2 on the d4, the second one to go is the one who will notice a very preoccupied, a very worried Ashes, the first mate from your ship, leaving a tavern and rushing her way towards Domino's Gambit, possibly in search of one of you.
Alright. I believe I'll be there to see what she needs and help if I can.
Okay. As you go back to the ship, then you see her walking in circles, very, very worried. Where's the captain?
Yes. Well, I don't know yet. We're in some separate ways to check information on town.
This is bad. You have to gather the captain, at least him, but
I get to
possibly everyone else. You need to hurry.
I get okay. I'll try to find him and the others too. What happened? Do we have any issues with the coach?
You are Caspian, the one. He asked me to let the Corge know, yeah?
Yeah.
That you are here and... but
Yeah.
I didn't expect in some rundown tavern that I would see him, the man himself,
Oh.
the guild master. He's here, not only in town, but he was right there, and he wants to speak to you as soon as
Master
possible.
of the Corch.
Yeah, he's the guild
Okay.
master of all the Corch, not just this
Okay,
city.
That's big. Okay. I'll try to find the other guys and we'll probably meet again in the ship anyway.
Yeah, but you have to go to... as soon as you gather everyone, you have to go to the tavern.
Okay. Alright. I'll go through the ship running before all of them. So I'm gonna, instead of talking to wizards, I'll go fetch everyone of the group. Unless I find a wizard in the middle of the way, so I have many best
You just bump into a wizard.
Okay, yeah, you don't bump into any wizards, but where are the others? Where they have gone? Are they like near and very
I
noticeable,
am.
or are you guys trying to hide your presence somehow?
Um, at the moment, I'm not. Like, what Taro wanted to do was like get to a tavern that usually uh, patronized by the common folk. Like, get get a loaf of bread and like some some water and see initially see what they're talking about. Maybe like use performance and like sing like sing like something to attract their attention and like ask uh what why like the how's the situation, why the people aren't content with what the king is doing, because I'm new in town and I don't want to end up uh, getting under the guards' radars because I sang a song or did a performance that could be considered subversive, because artists tend to be under the government radar. That never changed. So I can get like some information about that, which is my goal.
Okay. Uh, Taro, since Raido is looking for you, you you start
Okay.
getting your getting to know what's happening around. You start asking some people here and there. You perform and you get and you have their attention. But once you're about to find out, a guy is telling you, well, actually what happened is the king made a very questionable decision. He simply decided to let those
Oh.
types enter the city. And when he was about to explain further, Raido appears. Raido, what do you say as you are looking for Taro?
Taro finally found you. We need to hurry and find the others quickly.
Okay. Uh, I'm coming. So 1 second. Just 1 second.
Right.
Which types?
Ah.
Yeah. Which types?
Well, he made a it's not a pact, but a trade agreement with those people from Shinnok, the big desert, you know. But not just not it's not that simple. It's not just them. I heard they have an entire city in the middle of the desert that where the dead rule over the living. They call it the necropolis.
So we have undead in the city.
Well, I've seen some weird types. They give me the chills when I speak to them. They came in a very gloomy ship where you could hear almost no sound. And I've heard the word around town is that there are these types trying to buy our dead, literally.
Manpower.
Manpower.
Yeah.
Oh.
Labor.
Free workers.
Oh. I see. Well, thank you. Thank you, sir. I think my friend needs me.
Yeah, we need you and we need everyone.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, and I'll grab Taro by his wing, I think, and get out
I
running
don't
from
have
the
wings.
Yeah, all arm, yeah, little
Arm.
feather
Arm.
arms. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because of the
What's
feathers, I believe it's just wings that. Yeah. But,
what happened? Why the?
something kind of big is happening apparently, bigger than I expected.
Okay.
So the leader of the court is in town,
Ooh.
and he wants to talk with us.
Okay.
I was in the ship and Ash talked to me. Apparently we need everyone to talk to him quickly.
Okay. Let's go get everyone else. Like now.
Transition song.
And Jean, are you going far away from the docks, or are you taking your time? How would you say it's easy for the rest of the group to find you, or is it hard?
I mean, they know I'm looking for a bookstore. I guess it depends on how the city's laid out. I mean, I would imagine there's warehouses near the docks. Whether or
Mhm.
not there would be warehouses or bookstores near the docks is another question. But it shouldn't be hard for them to track me if they ask around for anybody who saw a bugbear in a very nice suit.
Okay. So in that case, if you're not in a hurry to search to find a the bookstore you're looking for, uh, you would have to go far away from the Blackwater district, maybe into the trades district, so you could find a proper sized bookstore. If that is the case, then judging by the how in a hurry they are, they would find you before you reach said library or bookstore.
Probably.
So yeah, uh, the group finds you then, and the group of finds with more ease Caspian, who already did his thing. So what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, he'd definitely find me beforehand, and I'd come with him. So, strength in numbers.
So what do? You just go directly there to the tavern?
I mean, yeah, we don't want to hold up the leader, you know. Yeah, this guy seems like the kind of guy you don't leave hanging.
Hmm.
You don't just skip him. Oh, sorry, I'm an hour late. My bad.
Perfect. That's what I like to
Crap.
hear.
If we see a man that looks like Jack Sparrow, I'm gonna scream.
That looks like what?
Jack Sparrow.
Ah, okay.
Johnny Depp. Just the minute.
In your head, the guild master of the Thieves Guild looks like Johnny Depp.
Yes,
Okay.
my head canon.
Yeah,
I'm gonna laugh if he looks like Pierce Brosnan.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Henry Cavill.
All right. If we're all there, let's go see the leader of the court.
You enter a very loud place. Uh, it's a much bigger tavern than the one you were before. Probably the biggest in the docks, but it's not fancy. It's not well maintained. It's a rundown place, but filled to the brim with all sorts of sailors, ruffians, and well, people enjoying a good drink at this hour. But the place currently is loud. You can hear discussions, foul-mounted individuals fighting over who boasting their own capabilities, be it at work, be it in a fight. You can see that there are arm wrestle matches happening, and they most of them end up in a brawl in the middle of the tavern. You can hear the sound of chairs and tables being pushed by the drunk men and women who are stumbling their feet. And you can see that there is a crowd around a specific table in the center of the tavern. As you make your way towards it, you can see that the crowd opens to let you be where you have to let you go where you have to be. In this table, most of the people standing around it are in silence, but you can hear some voices, specific, a kind of a tremble voice, speaking in a calm tone, explain something to probably someone who is less informed. But then you hear a gruff voice saying, "Good master, I think these are the newcomers to the city." "Oh yes, let them in." And as the crowd finally opens and lets you take a look at the individual, this you can see that there is a what looks like a possibly a man, but very androgynous in its looks and its the way it has its hair and its clothing. But they sit in the chair while wearing very fancy clothing and a fancy hat. But as you can perceive once you take a look at it, the person in question is one of those small folk, possibly a halfling of very short stature.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh God, it's Rin.
Please.
It was Rin.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll have a seat.
So, who are you working for? I heard you come from Goswan. Is it the old man?
The old man is not in command anymore.
Really?
Daimyo.
What happened?
Yes.
There was a
Internal power struggle.
Huh.
Yes.
bit of a disagreement with Dame Averlin.
Dame Rose?
Team Rose.
Yeah, Dame Rose. Dame Rose. I don't know why I said that, but it's Dame Rose.
Poor old man. Well, in this line of work, you have to prepare yourself for this power struggles, as you said.
He's not dead. That helps. We spared his life.
Oh, really? Ah, that's good news. But it's probably locked, right?
Presumably, yes.
I see. Well, let me. First of all, I completely lost my manners, haven't I? Uh, nice to meet you. My name is Cami de Leon.
Cami de Leon.
I am
Okay.
the guild master
Hmm.
of the court, and I currently in a tough spot in my city. You know that you probably know at this point that uh, any changes in the status quo is harmful to business. So we currently are devising a plan that might put things on the trails again. So you arrive at a very particular hour. So Dame Rose, you said, what is exactly that he sent you to?
Um. Basically, it's quite a complicated story. Initially, we were hired to guard a shipment for a ship that got shipwrecked because it contained a book. And the master wizard, who was the previous proprietor of said book, didn't uh, didn't take it well, but somebody stole the book while we were shipwrecked, and we were following the trails
Hmm.
of said book.
Okay,
Uh,
I know what happened with the spell.
Oh.
Do you believe the thief who stole it is in Turvin? That's what I haven't
We
heard
sus-
anything of the sorts yet. So
Have you heard of uh, a man referring to himself as a saint? Saint Kian?
Kian
Or Kieran?
Celerat.
Yeah.
Kian, yes.
I do. Do you believe it's him?
We have our suspicion. We kind of have a bit of a disagreement with the saint. He also killed one of our friends. And it was also a guard. It was a whole thing. A point is, we have our suspicions of the saint. There was also seemed to be a warlock. He was in a jail. The old man sent us to go get him. Sent Rydell to go get him, really. He kind of blew up the jail. There's also a wizard that's very interested in the book. Has a frog familiar. He's probably in town here.
Okay, I understand.
We have a couple. Is what I'm saying.
Well, in that case, whoever possesses the spell book is either in the city but in disguise, since nothing blasty happened yet. Also, I'm pretty sure the court mage, it's one very akin to divination magic, so he probably would have he probably would know if such an artifact is within his walls. And I heard no, and he doesn't made any sound recently, as far as as far as we're aware. So that's not of our concern right now. And the second possibility is that he is marching to the city, but there's a few weeks yet for him to arrive. So that means that the book is not our most immediate concern. Do you agree with me?
What is, if I'm...
Well, I would say that these riots that are happening in my city are of more immediate concerns to me. I don't like the sound of it, not a bit. We have to restore our order. Riots are bad for business.
What order would that be?
Well,
Presumably they're very unhappy with the goings-on in the city.
yes.
Yeah, Taro has heard rumors about undead roaming in the city buying corpses.
If that's what they're writing about, I understand.
It's
Yes.
more complicated. Tell you what, I
You
don't
seem to
know.
be very knowledgeable.
Am I?
May I ask what you know? Yeah, a little bit.
Is my microphone falling out, or because?
Yeah, you're cutting out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you
It was taking too long. Okay.
okay.
What was your question again, Caspian?
It was, you seem knowledgeable of the goings on in this city and about the riots.
Mm-hmm.
You say it's complicated. Would you care to shine some light in how it is?
People don't really know what an undead is and isn't. The fact
The
is
sin.
that foreigners from such a distant land freak people out. They talk in a different way. They have all of this air to them that makes them nervous. And all this talk of buying your dead. So they created this idea that the necropolitans would come and either steal from their graves, or they would themselves made the dead, if you understand me, and then buy them out or just take them. After all, who cares so much about corpses, right?
Are these rumors true? Do you know that?
Well, I'm a different man. I like to study and to understand all points of view. And what I
That
understand,
is a base of it.
what I understand from the necropolis is that they are rich. So what matters if they are grave robbing or poisoning a few abled bodies here and there? If they pay good coin, eh?
Can I do a wisdom save?
Wisdom save? Why?
I think because Taro has gotten on the Caspian for running his mouth a lot.
Oh,
He says
Make an impulse control
Something-
check.
I see.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to. I need to roll like a wisdom save to just stay quiet and shut the fuck up and not run my mouth.
Okay.
no, you have to run a wisdom save because I'm about to cast suggestion on you.
Uh,
I mean,
No.
if you want to roll it, anyway, I will. I just like
Um, give me a sec.
yeah, I'll let you. Know me.
Yeah, roll a wisdom saving throw DC 14.
11. Could I?
Friend, this is
Could I-
not the time for a religious debate, isn't
Could-
it? Bing, blong, blow.
I guided myself,
Guidance
or
doesn't
just
apply to saving throws, only ability
with
checks.
it. Damn. It was worth a chance. It was worth a try. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I'll just sit there and just start steaming, but I will say nothing.
Good. Very good.
Yeah, there was no way that Caspian would not have said something completely out of line.
I'm sorry.
No. You did the right thing. There was there was no way. Like I as the player was like, I want to be able to have the game work. If I go off on this, there was no way without your guys' suggestion he would have just sat there and been quiet. So you did the
This
right
is
thing.
this is totally Yuri Standara reborn.
Yeah.
Like the previous campaign, I was like, there was like the same, the same thing like with my dwarven paladin and this drow cleric who had like 6 intelligence. Right, Mike?
Dara.
Yeah. Okay.
You did the right.
Dara.
Moving on.
Do not feel bad at all. You did the right thing. It was the right call.
I know.
So I am thinking that we should try our best to change the way the public image of them are being presented right now. So I was thinking of sending one of my men to do a very important job. But now that you're here, and as far as I'm aware, you're new to the family, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I bet you're dying to show how abled you are and how loyal you are. So why don't you take this job for me, eh?
God. Taro is absolutely loyal and an expert in public relations, as you have just seen.
Well, if you think that Dame Rose pays well for his subordinates, wait until you see what I have in store for anyone that helps me calm down all of these riots.
Okay. Let's get down to business. My daimyo. Does these rioters have a reader? A common structure? Or it is more like a sentiment, a common sentiment among the people? Usually, as far as Taro knows, when a king decides to turn the corkscrew on the peasantry, it's because they start to organize, and that means they have readers.
Yes. There are a few individuals in town that are influencing all that's happening.
Mm,
One of them is a preacher from
Oh boy.
yes.
Yes.
One of them is a preacher who decided to take the Sundered Square as his own personal temple for his ideas, and he seems to amass a bunch of the crazy types. He is one of those people who believe that the gallant crusader that's coming for our city is a saint reborn. So, you know how things are. The evil monarchy decided to put uh, necromancers in your city and try to convince you it's for your own good. So you have to so your only escape is to wait for the gallant paladin hero who will come and save you and behead your evil tyrant king. That type of nonsense, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
we've seen that.
Excellent. The second one, it's a very, and I know how redundant the following sentence is, but it's a very annoying bard.
Okay.
No offense.
Okay.
It's-
Who is this colleague of mine?
This bard in particular, he is part of an anarchic group, let's say, and they decided that they would print the city's most controversial paper that goes out almost every morning. He expresses all of his ideas of rebellion and revolution, and every single step out, every single mistake that our great king makes, it adds fuel to his fiery words. You see.
Yes.
So he also needs to be taken care of.
Okay.
So we have the preacher, the bard, and those are the easy ones.
Oh.
Because there are rumors. Rumors that you shall not spread. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But from a reliable source, I discovered that our good friends from the mercenary group known as the Hashidor, probably you heard of them already, are pending on the side of are pending against some decisions of the king, and there are a few groups inside of them that are aligning with this idea of a gallant warrior hero that could save us all. I don't know how to approach this yet. I'm sure you would have good ideas to decide how to deal with it. But if this guild of mercenaries, this army that operates within the city with no allegiance, no loyalty to the king, that decides that it's to their best interest that a foreigner comes and takes control of my city, then we're going to have a problem. And something has to be done.
Indeed.
But focus on the first ones. The preacher and the bard. I want to see how you handle that. And then we'll discuss the Hashidor.
Yes. Do you want them convinced or removed?
You know,
Removing is easy.
removing is easy, but it raises flags.
Makes martyrs.
Makes
Yes.
martyrs.
You are wise, Daimyo.
I rather have them compliant.
This is noted and will be done.
have a question, Tara, really. How long is your suggestion active on me?
8
Let me
hours.
see the duration.
It's 8 hours or until you go through with what was suggested.
I only ask that you do not religious rant here. You can do it when we're out. Alone. Yeah, see, concentration
wanna-
up to 8 hours.
I just want to ask for clarity's sake. Is there a role to try and like? Am I able to do just another wisdom save to like break through it, or is it just stuck on me?
No, it's just stuck.
It's just stuck. Okay.
It's just one wisdom save. Creatures that can be charmed by music. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable.
Wait.
The-
Charm?
No, suggestion.
No.
Suggestion.
There's creatures that can be charmed.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Creatures
Oh, wait.
can-
elves have resistance.
As an elf, doesn't he have...
I do have resistance. Hold on. Let me pull out my thing
You have to
real quick.
yeah, double check because your sub race is
I have advantage. I have Fey Ancestry. I have advantage on saving throws to you make
reroll.
to avoid or the
Yeah,
charmed
reroll.
condition on yourself. I get one more roll.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 15.
Oh, beats it by one.
Got your words.
Got your words? Oh shit.
No, cutting words. No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just for fairness
it's
sake,
what-
I had to.
That's what your character would do, and that's what my
Um,
character would do. Cutting
That's
words.
fully fair.
You are not making that save.
Yep.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Quiet.
I think for this, just like in character, I'm sitting there fuming, and just like at the very end, I go to say something, having broken, you're saying no.
And Taro goes like,
Just wait.
no, quiet.
God, just wait till Taro learns silence.
It was, ooh. Yeah, no. I just had to ask. I'm sorry.
No,
You did
it's
great.
okay. Like as a player, like it's perfectly okay. Like that's
Yeah, there's,
that's an in-character interaction. Like it's
Mhm.
it's all good. It's all good. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to save our lives here.
no, you're making the right choice. I don't feel like Caspian is being reasonable in this moment, but I don't feel like there's any other way he would act. No.
No, it's I understand perfectly. Like
Okay.
that's what he does. He's a cleric. That's like a
Yeah.
capital offense.
He's a very brash man.
Very. He's
He's a very
mercurial.
There's just something nagging at his brain that seems wrong about this, but he can't figure out what it is, so he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he can't quite bring himself to say anything. Okay. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, it's fine.
I like.
Oh.
This is like the PvP that makes a campaign interesting
Yeah.
because it's not real PvP.
Right.
Makes it fun.
Oh, well. This is fun. I'm having a great time.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Have you
okay.
left
So
the
where?
the tavern?
No, I have like one more question.
Okay.
Like, the we know where the usual haunt of the priest is. What about the barn? Where's his publishing house?
Ah, that's a good question. Yeah. We have a few spots that need to be investigated, so we can pinpoint for sure where he's coming.
Okay.
But it's either the Blackwater district or Central district. There's not much, no place else where he could possibly be.
Okay. Blackwater Central. Noted.
Publishing house. What was he published under his own name or under a pseudonym?
The paper's name is The Voice of the Bard, and it's they try to keep a mysterious flair to them, so not much is known. But as I said, we have a few leads. You cannot hide from the court for too long.
Yeah. I guess that's your territory, Xion.
It seems it is. We shall find a way to find them.
Okay, I guess we have all the information we need.
Why are you smiling, Arthur?
Mother references and Kami. Wow.
Did you like my homage? Just so everyone knows, Voice of the Bard is a friend of ours, me and Arthur's, who has a channel on Twitch, and he also DMs and streams and whatnot. So
Okay.
That's fun. That's very fun.
And also Kami appearing here too was awesome.
yeah, and Kami is a recurring character in
That's fun.
the Jasper verse.
I was like, it was hidden all along.
I have a question. Does it seem like we're leaving? Or we're about to leave?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I hate to keep harping on this and bringing it up. Your exact words for the suggestion were to not go on a religious type, right?
Yes. Until we are alone,
So,
not
so I'm
here.
for the I'm just asking for for suggestion, right? While I am under suggestion, I'm free to act and operate as long as I don't do that, right? I can't do that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. In that case,
Oh no.
I think I'm going to like take the guild leader's hand and like shake it. And I'm gonna try and give him the most intense like death glare I can. Just to kind of like really show my feelings toward this whole fucking thing. Because I don't think there's no. I'm not trying to crush his hand. I'm just trying to like, really like mean mug him, kind of. Just really like show my displeasure. Because I can't vocalize it. I can't go on like a religious tirade. But I feel like Cassie just kind of has to get it out there. His feelings on the matter, no matter what. So he's just gonna try and like mean mug him. I would like to try and intimidate him. Is what I'm trying to say.
I think you can.
Okay, I hate to keep harping on this. It's just like I don't think there's any world in which he wouldn't do something. So I'm gonna try and intimidate this man.
Intimidate the most intimidating man in the world.
Yes, yes. I Caspian is that person. Let's do it. Yep, that tracks. That tracks. That tracks.
Yeah, yeah. And the interesting bit is that I do not have a good insight. I only have a +8.
You only have a plus. Good lord.
Yeah, you would expect this character in particular to have like huge stats all around, but I guess he only has an 8 for insight.
Yeah, on a 23.
Are you?
I think it's very that Caspian is very like very furious and like angry. He's very pissed off,
Are you?
and it's only getting worse because he's being silent
Are you
because he
feeling
can't get any.
unwell, my friend?
Yes.
He needs his medication. We need to get him home.
I see.
Yeah. Let's go home. Let's go home.
Come along,
Let
friend
us-
Caspian.
Yeah.
Come,
Yeah.
come. It will
Yeah.
all be alright once we are alone and out of here.
Yeah.
John just kind
Yeah,
of grabs
I'm
him by
sure.
the shoulders, pats him gently,
Yeah,
and just
no,
kind
I'm-
of steers him towards the door.
I'm not gonna fight them. I'm gonna go with them willingly. It's just like I'm very, like he's almost shaking. He's so angry.
No, Jean can feel him trembling with suppressed rage at the moment.
Yep. I'm just gonna leave with John.
Yes, we're all leaving.
hmm
Well, I'll let you. Once you have done the first 2 steps of your task, then you can come back to me.
Yes, Daimyo.
Okay.
Let's leave.
As
Yeah, once we're out, you can do whatever you want.
okay. Was the okay? Just to specify, was it when we get to somewhere private, or was it as soon as we step out?
As long as we are like where they can't hear us.
Okay.
So even
In that
on the
case-
street, the only thing I don't want is you going off on a tangent about your religion with another powerful figure that we need
Uh-huh.
to keep on our side.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No.
That's all.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're acting right. Caspian's not. Yeah. Like
Taro
I'm gonna
had
be
some
real.
serious caffeine this morning.
Yup.
Yeah.
I had a double because I couldn't wake up.
Okay. Now we
In
must
that
hunt
case-
down our targets.
I'll wait until we get into the room to do what I'm gonna do.
Oh, he's gonna attack you. I'm gonna watch this shit.
Okay. We're back. You're free to act as you will.
I think Caspian just like he stands so still, and he takes just a deep breath, and he turns to Taro and he just goes, "How dare you? How dare you?
Out there?
What right?
What?
What right do you have to silence me?"
Well,
He is trying to bring this city. He's trying to bring all these undead, all these necromancers into the city for what? For money? For money? We're serving sinners. How do you not understand? How? Why? I don't
Okay.
understand.
I have several points. One, Taro could tell you, how dare you mouth off to anyone powerful that says anything that you don't like, putting all of us in danger. Taro just did what he
And
needed
you're
to
the one.
do to avoid us getting killed. You know that
And so
man,
what?
who that man is?
Yes. A sinner. Someone who does not believe in their soul. He's going to bring all these influences into this city for money. For money. And you're going to just offer all this shit to him? You're going to have us serve him so willingly? He wants to become a priest who, while I do not agree with, is still a member of the clergy.
He said nothing about killing, just convincing. Taro wouldn't kill a priest, nor a fellow bard who publishes something. He just wants them silenced.
What? So what? What? He wants to silence the people also? For what? What right do we have to help him? What right does he have to ask us to do this? What right do you have to silence me? You didn't even let me speak.
Taro silenced you because you were about to get us all killed. People
don't know
like
that.
him don't take kindly to someone who is so low on station they might not as well see him talking back to them. This is not
Maybe
about
something-
ideals.
Or
It's about survival.
it's not surviving if we do not have our ideals. If we do not save our soul, then what is this all for? Huh?
So what? Everything dies.
Yeah.
Do you not know that? People die. Trees die. Gods die.
Domino died. He died.
In the
And we
end,
weren't.
there will be nothing but darkness. No man, no god, nothing.
In that case, I'm gonna like after Tara said that, I think Caspian's so offended he literally slaps you.
Okay, dodging.
Yeah, I think he does.
Roll to hit.
Yeah,
Roll to hit.
yeah. That's fair. That's fair. I'm sorry.
No, but
You offended.
that's what
offended.
that's what Taro believes, because like that's the teaching of his goddess. In the end, there will be nothing. Entropy will claim all. So have fun while you can.
Great. 19.
Ooh.
Slapped.
Yeah, I hit you so hard, and I just go, how dare you? How dare you?
What?
You mock You mock what I stand for. You believe there's nothing?
Yes.
So what? Do you think Domino? Just nothing happened?
That is
There's
not
nothing
the
for
point. Do
It is
you
the point. No, it is the point. It is the point. We're talking about religion, right? We're talking about what's after. This is the point.
Yes, this is the point.
Friend
Taro
died.
is talking about religion. Taro is talking about what he believes in. This is what Tsukihime teaches us. Nothing
And you
is
believe
permanent.
in sinners.
In the end,
Your religion
everything
is like
dies. And that is the point. Because it teaches you to make the most with the time you have. Be you a bird, a plant, an animal, or even a god. So Taro asks you, what are you making of your time? Besides wanting us to end prematurely.
I know what I'm doing. I'm not trying to serve heretics and the lower. They're trying to bring filth into this fucking city. I'm not trying to cause more problems. You would have us serve people who do not care for the well-being of a common people or this city. They just want money. They want gold. And you took my right to voice that. You took my right. My duty as a cleric is to preach, is to spread the word of my father.
But if you
You
are
took that.
dead, you cannot preach no more. That is
Maybe
Taro's
something's worth
point.
dying for you. Have you thought of that? Have you thought of that?
But if you want to die, friend, you are free to do so.
Of course I don't want
But
to
you are
die,
not
but
But you are not to
You-
barter our lives with yours. You are not alone. This is what you do not understand. This is what you are so selfish in it. Taro could do what he wants. Taro could have fun and make fun of everybody else, but Taro knows now that he has the responsibility of keeping you all alive, because his actions reflects on you. And this is true for everyone else in this group. It is true for Rydell, it is true for Chan, it is true for Taro, and it is true for you. And this is what you do not understand. The only thing you think is of yourself. So Taro has to do what he has to do, even if he does not want it.
I think Caspian stays silent for a minute. And he's very clearly like, I think he's crying a little bit. He's just very overwhelmed. And I think he doesn't even say anything. I think he just leaves. I think he just kind of storms out a little bit. I don't think there's anything else he can really say. I think he just leaves to be alone for a minute.
Okay. Taro is like, I hope he understands.
Rydell will be probably following Caspian from a distance to leave him some space at the same time while taking care of him. Right after saying just yes with his head when Taro says that he expects him to understand, like he expects the same with time.
I think Jean stays behind for that and looks at Taro and says, well, your actions were done with the best of intentions to safeguard our lives. You took away his freedom of action, and further, you used magic to mess with his mind and with his head. And to a cleric devoted to good and to free will, what you did could be seen as an action of evil. I truly hope that you do not regret this, and that it does not come back to rip your feathers out.
Taro understands. And Taro thinks that had he the chance to avoid this, he would have done so. He does not regret what he has done because Taro still stands convinced that if he didn't do that, we wouldn't be here. We would be dead. And as Taro said, Taro has responsibilities towards you all.
I understand how you feel. There were other ways this could have been avoided, especially after the incident at the docks. You should have pulled him aside, firmly urged him to exercise restraint and caution with people of means and power, rather than abrogating his free will as you did. What's done is done. All we can hope is that he comes back. Because had it been me, I would have smashed you into the ground and walked away.
Taro understands. Taro has, in his defense, Taro has tried to talk to him, telling him exactly what friend Xian did.
I
And
understand,
urged,
again.
apparently, this is the focal point. He thinks of his crusade, but does not think of how the consequences of his action might affect on others who are close to him. And this has to stop.
I agree,
Either way.
but you know the adage, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. Our friend
Yes.
Caspian is going to have to make this mistake. He is going to have to reap the consequences of his actions before he learns when is the appropriate time to speak up. When this happens, you're going to have to let it happen, and we're just going to have to weather the storm as best we can. You can't protect us forever. You cannot protect him from himself. Eventually, it will boil over and he will self-destruct if you keep trying to. I just want you to understand that. I'm not taking sides. I just want you to understand what this could lead to if you both keep operating at extremes against each other.
You are right. There is wisdom in your word, friend. Taro will refrain from taking action and hope that he does not get us all dead.
If it comes to that, simply speak up and step aside and let it play out. Again, he has to experience the consequences. But we don't necessarily have to if we make it clear he is speaking for himself. I'm not saying abandon him. Step in before he's murdered, obviously. Sometimes a physical punishment can lead to enlightenment.
Indeed.
And I think that's where John falls silent. He's said his piece.
Taro loads his pipe and smokes. It has gone. As it has gone. Let's see how let's see how this plays out.
I think Caspian just goes to the docks and just like looks out at the ocean. I think he's still crying. I think he's just like he's praying to Pontus, like seeking guidance. Do I notice Rydell near me?
Oh, heck.
How distracted are you? I would think.
That's the thing.
Oof.
Raido Raido is as stealthy as Drax is in Guardians of the Galaxy.
We'll say my passive wisdom, my perception. It's 15, so I think I do know.
To be fair, Drax was actually quite stealthy until he started eating Zarg nuts and gave himself away.
Yeah.
Snuck up on them quite well.
I'm just like immobile in the middle of everyone in the street.
I'm gonna presume that Rydell can hear me.
From distance, I think not. I can just be seen, but without knowing that I'm being seen. I'm just like,
Behind a very small pole.
hiding like Chopper from One Piece, the wrong side of the wall.
Rydell, I can see you.
Oh, fuck.
There's no sense in hiding. Just come here.
I was just worried about you. Right.
Appreciate it. Do you come closer?
Yeah, yes.
I think Caspian just stays silent for a minute. And he's like, did I ever tell you about my hometown?
No, I think not yet.
It's a small village around the coast called Akesh. It's full of genasi, fire genasi, water genasi, all kinds. Never actually met my birth parents. I kind of just washed up one day. At least that's what my parents told me. I was raised by water genasi. Lovely people. So when I say my father is Pontus, I am being a little literal. In a way, he is. I care about you guys. I do.
Yeah, I noticed.
I owe it. I owe it to my father. Preach about him to hold principles up. I've always felt the call to the ocean, to the sky. He gave me these gifts. I owe it to him. I can't just turn this off. It's a part of me. I understand why he did what he did, but he took my agency away. He took the choice.
Yes.
And
For
I
us
don't know.
wizards and bards, I know it's easier to deal with such decisions as to mess with people's minds or emotions, sometimes using magic. And I get the feeling that for people who got gods and entities to serve, it might be very hard to deal with that. So I don't know what you feel right now, but I understand how you feel.
I'm lost. I don't. My father is the ocean. Most gods, they have a more human aspect to them, right?
Yes.
More like how God of the Moon isn't necessarily the moon, but it's more an object of their worship. It's more like a job. You know what I mean?
Yes.
A throne, a station. For my god, he is the ocean. He is fish. He is the breeze, lightning and the storms. He is all of that. He doesn't have a human aspect. So there's a part of being in his worship that I don't think he understands more human aspects of life. So he doesn't have to deal with these quandaries of undead and afterlives for the most part. I mean, he just is. A lot more binary to him. There is an afterlife, but it's more of the same stuff with him. When you die, you become one with the ocean.
Yes.
You become the water, and I
So
don't know.
your philosophy and your devotion is quite similar in some ways to Taro's devotion.
I guess in a way.
You gotta use your time wisely while you're not part of the ocean yet.
I've been struggling with Domino's death.
Yeah, it was a
We're
great
out.
hit on
We're
all of
looking for a
us.
variable. We looked for a variable. I know. I know death was gonna happen. But I thought I had more time.
Yes.
A little while. I thought I don't know what I thought.
Yeah, it was very unfair.
It means so much to me. Art. Why did he have to die? Why?
It was probably just a reaction of panic. Because we were at a situation of too high stakes. So I believe if it were a less serious case, he wouldn't have done that. It
Am I
was
wrong
a loss of
for feeling this
things.
way? Am I wrong for being angry?
No, I think you're right of being angry. At the same time, I think none of you were wrong by the time. It just happens.
I think I'm starting to find out that life isn't simple.
Never
It's not all
was.
right.
Good.
I'm gonna have to apologize to him, aren't I?
If you wish to, I can push you to that, but it's an option. Sometimes the apologizes are not even said with words, they are said with acts. Sometimes even with facial expressions.
Come on. No, you stink. Go away. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. I'll be here if you need anytime.
Yeah, I think I just need a little bit longer if you don't mind.
Okay, I'll leave you sometime actually alone for if you want.
I'd appreciate it.
Oh, okay, then I'll get up and get back to the group.
Thank you. I'll be back. And
I hope so.
I think after he goes, I just responses. What would you have me do? I've served as long as I can remember. These people, they don't understand. Don't understand. And I care about them. I do. I don't mean to hurt them. I don't mean. But they don't worship you. They don't understand you like I do. You are the wind, and the water, and the air. What should I do? I don't know. I don't have any spells or anything to like commune with my god. I don't have anything. Could I make like a religious check? I don't even know. I just something.
Well, I mean, I think the religion skill is more like if you want to do something more dogmatic and ritualistic, following pattern. You know, if you want to just commune from your heart purely,
Yeah.
you can then roll a wisdom check, a pure wisdom.
I would love to roll a wisdom check. I just feel like something, you know? Just in this moment of like pleading for my god to show me the way. 8.
Yeah, feels bad.
Jesus, take the wheel.
The
Jesus, take me.
you're in the docks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm in the docks.
The waves crash as you plea. The wind blows stronger towards you. You feel that almost as if it could be some sort of answer, but not the one you were looking for, not one you could understand or translate.
I think that's common whenever I ask for my guidance from my god, but that's kind of the similar answers I get. Thank you, Father.
Sorry.
Well, I'll wait a little bit longer, and then I'll head back and back to the group. Wipe my eyes.
Okay.
Oh.
Taro's still there, smoking, sitting cross-legged.
Rhino is sitting cross-legged beside him right now.
Presumably, I have stashed red wine somewhere in the room. Pour me a glass. Down it, and then just. Captain,
I am not the captain here. We are not on the ship. No need for formalities.
if this is gonna happen, it's gotta be a little formal, if I may.
Okay. Taro is listening. Speak. Speak freely.
I was out of line. I don't think I was wrong with my feelings about being forced to be silent, but I understand the necessity. I will not hide my feelings. I do not like this man and his morals. I was fine with working with the Gorge when it wasn't this. I know they're a thieves guild, and it's gonna be morally questionable at times, but this goes against my ideals, and I do not agree with this.
Taro understands. Taro never, ever wanted to, for you, who is his friend, his brother, think that he does not take your feelings into account. And Taro was already planning to not do this.
I think there is like a moment of like very, very obvious guilt in that moment when he's like, I was planning on betraying you. Where he's like, oh, maybe I should have not done. Maybe I should have slapped you. I think he's really regretting that slap now.
Taro wants to be in the court. But Taro is not so stupid as to let a bunch of undead roam in a city.
I'm
Taro
sorry for striking.
understands. No, Taro understands that you have. Taro understands that you are a bit of a zealot, and he accepts that. The only thing Taro does not want is for you and his other friends, his other brothers in this dysfunctional band to die.
I think we've had enough death.
I mean, everybody dies, but there is no reason to seek death. This is what Taro wants you to understand. Tsukihime tells us that everything is bound to have an end, but death has to push you to live your life to the fullest. To make that matter in whatever significance you want it to make. Because Taro's significance of a full life probably is not yours. But that's beside the point. Taro is sorry to have done what he had. Taro would not have done what he had. But Taro was afraid you wouldn't. You did not listen to what Taro said when we passed the guard post. So he had to do what he had to do at the moment to keep us all alive. Because that's what matters. Being alive. Because if you are not alive, unless you are undead, but then again, that's another ballpark. You cannot do nothing. All your dreams, all your ideals account to zero. Zilch. Because you are dead. And you have no agency. So Taro asks you, what's worse? Not having agency for 10 minutes or for eternity. Until the moment time ceases to have meanings. And all is nothing.
Part of me is upset that you didn't have faith in me. But I understand that I haven't really earned that faith. You are correct. I would have said something,
Taro knows.
but
So,
do not take my aid. Please. Just
let us
faith
make
is
a pact,
important.
you and me.
And though I have, I just have.
Go on.
I have not earned your faith, but it is important to me that you have faith in me.
Taro
I can't
wants to have
promise.
faith in you.
I can't promise to change who I am, but I will try to have caution with my.
Good enough. And Taro promises you that he will not do that again.
I appreciate that.
Taro will drag you by the scruff from whatever mess you will land yourself in, because Taro has promised you this, and Taro will keep this promise.
If you need to bodily take me away from a situation, that's fine. Just do not mess with my mind.
Okay?
I'm okay with that.
Fine. That said, now, for the second part of the plan, yes, we will meet this person. Yes, we will propose them to stay quiet, to pacify the Courge, and then we will deal with these undead ourselves.
I can
So-
talk to the priest if we need.
In this
We
case,
have situation.
Yeah.
We're
Taro
just
can
going
go
about
see
it.
what can be done with the mercenaries. Having some muscle on our side, not them, not the Courge, could be useful. So, are we now clear? Can we
Yes.
really take this thing, put this thing behind us?
For the moment. Yes.
Alright. And then Taro hugs him. Come here, brother. Give a hug.
Yeah. I hug Cheryl back.
Aww.
I appreciate you, my friend.
So does Taro. You are weird, but Taro appreciates weirdness.
You two want to get on this? There's room for more.
Group hug!
Group hug!
I just awkwardly open my arms and get to her. Then
I pull Rydell in.
Yoink. What? John? Group hug. Come here, long arms.
I just wrap them all up in one arm, so
Yes.
I love you
you
guys.
guys, I should smack you both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that would be the good thing to do. Smack us both.
Back us both.
Idel, duck.
Duck.
I
I just,
duck.
I just
Oh,
cuff
what's
them
that,
both in
John?
the back of the head.
I faced my thoughts. Ow.
Ouch. But we deserved it.
Yeah, it's fair. Ow.
Ow. Ow.
That was
Ow.
half.
Your eyes.
You're lucky.
Ah.
That was half. That was half strength.
Oh, I don't want to ever see full strength. Ow.
Note to self, do not make you mad.
Oh well.
Okay. Okay. It's kinda 1 p.m. and I have
Uh-huh.
to like make lunch and then go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How about you
it's
guys?
1 a.m. I need to eat and go to bed.
Yeah, I was
Just
waiting
leave.
for you guys to, because I didn't want to interrupt the amazing roleplay we had at
Thank you.
the end here.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah,
Like, congrats to everyone.
yeah.
Yeah,
Tears.
you guys did good.
And it's even earned you guys a normal inspiration for next session, because I keep forgetting to reward those. You guys should remind me more often, but when it's so blatantly obvious that I should reward you for this amazing roleplay, I